Alright, first things first, I'm posting this on YouTube, so if you found this video, absolutely pure chance this video was meant for my homies. I'm just posting on YouTube so they can see it easier. I mean, if you're audio, it would probably help you too. First things first, you guys are going to want to join an alliance whenever you get City Hall high enough, because spam help, super useful. Gifts, you can buy stuff in the shop. Territory, you get free resources. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Let me see. I don't have any marches right now, I don't think. Pretty much what you want to do for a ton of free speed-ups, resources, and gems and all that is you get a march with peacekeeping, so, you know, more damage to barbarians. And then another commander that has an AoE effect. And that's how you can barb chain, so your AoE will hit more and you won't be using your AP, which is how you can continuously farm barbarians. So keep that in mind. I'll probably tell you guys later. Something else that's decently useful that most people don't talk about for some odd reason. Expedition, whenever you get to 30, you can test out your marches. You can test out rallies, which is when you are attacking another stronghold or something. You can test out how useful it'll be. And then you can test out garrison, which is like your city. I'll show you right here. Like this. Certain commanders are way better at this than others. Something really important you need to know. Talents only matter on the first commander you have in your march. So your primary commander. I'll show you this right now. As well as gear. We don't have gear or armaments right now because this is an alt account. But there will be gear right here and armaments. And it only matters what the primary has. So this guy, if I had anything on him, it would not affect any of the stats down here. This is also how you can see your stats. The skills, like the skills on this guy, do affect the overall march. But that's the only thing that the other commander will affect. At first, I would go ahead and get your expedition decently high because you can log in every single day and get a ton of rewards. Pretty good. I would definitely use that first thing. Pretty much always do your dailies. You get really good stuff, especially early game for doing your daily. Right now, I'm not sure how long this is going to last, but if you're getting on right now and you get to town or City Hall 8, you can get this event. And this is only if you're in Season Conquest. My homies are joining Season Conquest, so they get this. Most do not join Season of Conquest unless you have a really good kingdom setup that lets you do this. We got lucky. There's this event, which allows you to get really good commanders super early. Definitely take advantage of this. Do your research. I would say if you're doing infantry... And actually, let me go ahead and clear this out. Infantry is the slowest troop type, but usually the tankiest, so you can take a pretty good beating. Cavalry is really high damage, really fast, but a lot of times not as tanky. Archers are kind of in the middle, I would say. And another thing you need to know is troop types counter each other. So infantry gets countered by archers. They do a 5% more bonus damage to the troop type they counter. Archers is countered by cavalry, and cavalry is countered by infantry. And for siege units, they're countered by everything. But siege marches are pretty good because they're ranged. One of the only things in the game that's ranged. I also believe when you're newer, you get to swap your commander. You get to do two. Wow. I would wait until you have gotten a lot of gold keys and you got a good gold key commander that you can put a couple levels on. Let me show you right here. Open gold key reward list. You can see all the commanders you can get out of here. So get one of them as high as you can, and then you can switch it for another commander. So get one of the commanders out here you want, then switch the gold key for that one. I can elaborate on that later if you guys need me to. Another thing, early game, when you have gems, you're going to want to spend your gems. Don't. Save your gems and use it for VIP, in my opinion. If you can wait for an event called Better Than Gems event, I would recommend doing that. If you want to be impatient, it's up to you. Every day you log in, you get VIP points, and you can obviously, like I said, get gems and level this up. The reason I say do this is because when you get to VIP 10, you get this legendary commander sculpture. You get one every day. That is very good, especially when you're first starting out. Super, super good. If you're free to play, this is like the first thing you want to get in the entire game. Very good. And let me think, what else is there? Probably, I mean, there's a ton of stuff in this game. I guess some other things that you should know is whenever you're doing research, get this before you start spam training troops. It reduces the time by a lot. Pretty much, you just want to get the prerequisite stuff like masonry. You can build stuff with less time, so you won't have to spend as many speed ups on it. So you're in the long run, you're saving a lot of speed ups. Also, when you're in here, or when you're in an alliance, wait for your helps to be full and then use your speed ups. Another massive thing, never use all of your resources at once because it can be plundered. So use it as you go. This is for most people, not just my homies. And in the kingdom, you should be fine here because this is one of the rare kingdoms that allows you to just be chill and do whatever you want. I mean, there's not really many other big things I can think of right now. If there's any people watching this that came from somewhere and you want to help people with some tips, drop some stuff in the comments. This quest right here, the one that's at the top, I would try to do this as much as you can because that allows you to get more commanders sculptures early game. And actually, that's another thing I forgot. The civilization you choose gives you a certain commander. So this would be your starting commander if you did Byzantium. And they all have different stats. The best stat in the game right now, health, attack, and defense wise, would be health. So this is not a bad way to go. The most popular is China. Building speed by 5%, pretty good. All troop defense by 3%, pretty good. This is the best early starting commander if you're doing PvP. But I would say since you're not going to be doing PvP in Season of Conquest, then I would do something with a commander that has peacekeeping like this guy. That's why I did it on my ult account. Or if you're just using your account for straight up farming, this guy's pretty good. They gain resource protection by 20%, so that's really good. But early game, you're going to run out of speed ups, and you're not going to know what to do. I barely have any speed ups. Pretty much, you're just going to want to kill barbarians. This is kind of far. If you do lower level barbarians, I think, yeah, they spawn like right here. So you can just keep farming this over and over. Whenever you get VIP shop, where is it? This, and then this little V right here. You need a certain VIP to get some of this, like VIP 4. I don't have that. It's not really useful, but I would say get VIP 1 at minimum and get this so that you can farm a ton of more barbarians. Super, super useful. And I guess I can talk a little bit about KVK if you guys don't know. I'll teach you a little bit about what that is. Whenever you first start out, if you're not in Season of Conquest already, you'll just be farming and doing whatever, like all the stuff I told you earlier, and then you'll eventually get to Season 1 KVK, Season 2, Season 3, and then Season of Conquest, which is where I'm at now. That was my homie right there. KVK is where you and a ton, or your kingdom and a ton of other kingdoms go and fight each other. So this game is very team-driven and stuff, and in most kingdoms, that's why I don't recommend joining Season of Conquest. They will obliterate you if you are not doing good, because you're just more power, and then they get placed in a higher seed, which means they fight higher tier people, and usually they don't want to do that. But KVK is a whole bunch of stuff. You get a ton of rewards for doing stuff. Just by like killing barbarians, for instance, you'll get rewards. Where is it? Individual, yeah, kill barbarians, you get a whole bunch of stuff. Actually, there's something new in the game. what is it? I think this, yeah, it tells you good combinations for all the commanders early game, so you don't have to research that too hard. You can just come here and find out what's good. And yeah, that's pretty much it for now.